Hey everyone, welcome back to the Game Week 5 review video for Serie A Fantasy. This week basically was a carbon copy of the last. Very slow start, but it picked up right on the final match day of the game week. And we see another big score. You'd almost think that you're looking at last week's because I've got 65 points the last 2 weeks. The 65 points last week helped me jump about around 1,000 spots into the low 2000s. And if this is anything the same, we could be pushing that top 1,000 group after the leagues are updated. The leagues are not updated yet for this game week, so I can't show an update of my tables. Maybe if we at the end of the video, I'll quickly show what was updated after game week 4. But without further ado, all of the games are done for this game week. Roma Udinese ended about an hour ago-ish, and that also contributed to the points as well. So we'll start in keeping. Zoet didn't keep a clean sheet against Juventus. That didn't surprise me. It was another scare, though, for Juve. Almost lost the game 2-1, but got 2 goals later in the second half. Unfortunately, it was Chiesa doing the work, who I had earlier in the fantasy season, but now switched him out for Dybala, who did nothing, but we'll get there. But Zoet, despite letting in 3 goals, got 6 saves. So again, the reason that you get these cheaper keepers is they can still get points even if they're not getting clean sheets and don't take up that budget. So at 3 points for Zoet is fine by me. Half the defense did good, half not so well. We had Karsdorp and Mario Rui. So Napoli and Roma picked up clean sheets today, which was awesome. Unfortunately, Atalanta let in a goal to Sassuolo, so Mela got the single point. And patience is starting to run a little thinner with Mela now. He hasn't really done anything other than pick up 1 or 2 clean sheets, no attacking returns. So with a 5.5 million defender, I might be looking to find a cheaper option sometime soon. In Cambiaso with Genoa, they tied Bologna 2-2, unfortunately. So he just gets 2 points for playing. And actually, he should maybe, I think he got subbed before the second goal. So he gets 2 points for playing and stops there, but that's okay. So 2 out of 4 clean sheets for the defense is not something to worry about too much. Didn't get any attacking returns this week, as we saw Mario Rui did last week, but that's okay. Looking into the midfield, and we have Barella, another assist. He's 5 for 5 in games for 1 attacking return each time. Not bad at all. He assisted, I believe, Inter's first goal that tied it against Fiorentina, who were down 1-0 at the time. Insigne, great game today. He got 2 assists. He assisted the first 2 goals. Napoli won 4-0, which again, last game of the game week, and that was my big game where most of my points happened. But he assisted Osimhen, which we'll get to, and Fabian, who also picked up the second goal of the game. With those 2 assists, playing a clean sheet point, and he gets 2 bonus points as well. I actually don't know if that's updated yet. It might be. But what will we see here? Total 1, 2, that brings us to 8. 1 for a clean sheet point for 9. Yeah, and then we got 2 bonus points. So that's good. Bonus points are always awesome. And so an 11 is a good score for a midfielder, I'd say. Then we got Dybala, who I could have captained either of these 2 and been happy doubling up 5 and obviously doubling up 11. But no, we had to, I guess, play the loyalty card there with Dybala. And again, I don't really say I wouldn't have done it. Like, it was against Spezia. I would have assumed that they did score 3 goals, just he wasn't part of it. And now Morata is taking that more central area. So we'll see if Dybala stays or not. I do still want to give him a couple more chances before I give up on him. But all he got was his playing points. Juve obviously didn't keep a clean sheet, only winning 3-2. So he doubles the playing points and only gets me 4 points. And okay for a weak score if you're not captain, because I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, even Zoet, 7 players that would have gotten a better return. So that's unfortunate. But up top striking today was awesome. We'll actually start with what wasn't as awesome. Thought Leao would have done good. Milan only beat Venezia 2-0, and despite playing the whole game, I think it was Leao was not part of either of those 2 goals, unfortunately. So that's just 2 points. Immobile actually Lazio had a bad game today. It seemed Torino was up 1-0 from or it was 0-0 at halftime, but Torino did score to go up 1-0. And it took, I think it was like an 89th or 90th or 91st minute penalty that Immobile converted to tie the game 1-1 to get my points for Immobile. But that's why you pay the hefty prices for some of these players, especially if they're on penalties. You know they're going to get some good chances for goals. Sometimes it's a little shaky because you're like, you don't want those negative points for the missed pen, but it generally pays off more than it doesn't, because out of 11 players in that field, this guy's supposed to be the best one at doing it. And the crown jewel of the week, and I've been saying this since week 2, even after he got his red card, that Osimhen is someone that I wanted to bring into my team, and I did it, and he has been paying off the last 3 weeks. I think he's been doing awesome, and he had my biggest score, I think, so far by one player with 15. Why didn't I captain him? That's the only thing I am upset about, really, because that would have been another 15 points. That would have seen as a net another 13, and it's just frustrating. It's awesome to have a player that's scoring you 15 points, but frustrating that you don't captain him sometimes. But that is how the point totals on my team went. We see Lazzarini didn't play. Pasalic, I don't even think he started. I think he subbed on for 1 point. Molina just got 2 points. Udinese did get scored on, obviously by Roma, 1-0. Excuse me. And Bandinelli didn't play at all. And that I'm not a big fan of. Like, I understand that you probably will have a bench player that's around 4.5, 5 million, and they might just get their 2 points and not get any attacking returns very often at all. That's okay, but you want to rely on those 2 points that can sub in case one of your players doesn't play at all or you didn't realize an injury. So as a hint, I'll be doing the preview video probably not too long after this, but Bandinelli might be on the outs of my squad right now. Again, it might seem like a minor move, but there are not a lot of players on my team that I necessarily am upset with right now. So I can afford actually what might be called a luxury move, meaning that I can afford to kind of waste my transfer this week while still use it at the same time. Let's just quickly jump over to the league, Fortune Fire League. So last week I saw myself jump up to 6th, which is nice. We have Ahmed Sahad. Is it Sahad Said? Anyway, he has been doing very well. He's up at the top of another league that I'm in that the pink table runs, and I think he was in 2nd in that league, so doing very well so far. It's going to be a hard player to catch. Let's actually turn this to totals. Yeah, so we can see our totals. So he was still just under 30 or just over 20 points ahead of me, 22 points ahead of me. So I'm in the hunt. I got a couple other big scores. Khalil, 10 points off the lead, also doing well. And Salah, who is at 260. So it kind of drops off a bit after the first 2. And then, how does he have? Oh, these are updated scores now. Okay, so it hasn't actually updated the table, but these are now updated scores because I was at 204 last week. So, okay. So I must have made some ground back on people, which is good. So it hasn't ordered people yet, but these are updated scores. So you can kind of see where you land now. And so we should have football 15 actually jump ahead of Salah here. I will actually be in 3rd, 4th, maybe. No, we got very little alarm there. Salim is actually going to have a huge jump up. Well, he's going to be in 2nd after this. So let's see quickly what Team Juve had and what the score was here. A lot of big scores, and captained Abraham, had Osimhen, and Dzeko. So what a week for 97 points. Wow, that is amazing. Good job. But I think we are going to end it there. The only other thing maybe that we can look at is home and see the transactions from last week. Can't believe Insigne got transferred out 2nd most. Chiesa, all 3 of these players got huge scores. Or not, Chiesa didn't get a huge score, maybe not Dzeko, but those are players you would not want to have transferred out. But it makes sense that players like Abraham, Martinez, Immobile got transferred in. They also had good weeks, so happy days for those. But Vlahovic did not have a good week this week. Anyway, take care. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the video and join the community in the league. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. Have some conversation with me in the chat. How did your week go? What are you planning on doing this week? and I'll have another video hopefully coming out to you tomorrow. Bye for now.